Hey guys, it's Gia from Click Kits. Today I'm sharing a layout process video. I'm using one of the November kit cut files called Weekend. It was designed by Cecily the Paper Curator and inspired by the design of the Amy Tangerine Shine On collection, which is featured in the November Seneca Falls kits. So for this layout, I am, in addition to using this cut file, I am using the main kit, which includes 12 by 12 papers from the Shine On collection. It includes the Shine On ephemera, and the main kit also includes an 8.5 by 11 size printable, which is a print and cut yourself exclusive, and I love having this component in the kit because it just really gives you so many more options and really extends the kit, and just it's fun because we use different designers and get a lot more variety. So as you can see right now, I just was trimming down a collage of smaller photos because I really wanted to include a bunch of photos from a special weekend. So there you can see cutting into that exclusive cut out yourself printable that is in the main kit, because I noticed that those flower shapes in one of the cards were coordinated with the flowers in the cut file design. So I figured they would make the perfect backing for those little flowers. So that's what I'm doing here. I did cut 2 of the weekend cut file because it's such an intricate file that I really wanted to give it more sturdiness and stability so that it wouldn't be prone to like tearing, and so I use spray adhesive. I did this off camera, so that's why I wanted to just mention it. I was able to glue together with spray adhesive 2 of the files, which gave it more thickness and just sturdiness. So I will turn the music up a little bit just so that you can watch me, as most of what I'm doing now is going to be just backing my cut file. And at one point, one point you can see that I was kind of debating on which side of that pink strip of paper I thought would be better on the background of the layout, and which one I thought would be better as backing the cut file. So you can kind of witness that as I go along here. Okay, I finished my cut file backing. And now I'm going to start to put the actual layout together. So what I am planning to do is I'm going to place my, I'm going to use the rule of thirds, and by that I mean kind of dividing my layout into an upper, middle, and lower third. And then I'm going to adhere down that pink strip of paper in the middle third, and then I'm just going to trim about 1/4 of an inch around the edges of the page because I want to have a frame around the page, which you'll see in a minute. But oh yeah, don't forget about doing some black ink splatters, which I kind of had to make a little bit of a mess first, which seems like no matter what I do at one point in the process, I always have some kind of a mess to clean up. So that's just how I roll. But luckily I'm not really too fussy about my pages being perfect all the time. Sometimes it's the imperfections that give them character. So I have, okay, now is when I am doing that trimming, and you'll see that waste not, want not. I have a scrap from a layout that I had done a couple weeks ago, where I had cut out some butterflies from the paper, and now I have this 12 by 12 paper that has all these butterfly cutouts in the middle, and I could use that as a design element, but I really wanted to use this black and white words as just something that's going to just be a really subtle edging black and white frame around the outside of the layout. So that is using up a scrap and making my layout lay nice and flat and be nice and sturdy. So moving on from there, I am using the upper third of my page as a guide for placement of my 5 little pictures that cover a variety of things with my boyfriend and I playing around on the beach. So once I have those, and I didn't want them to be like lined up with a ruler, because I wanted them to just kind of look like they were tucked in there underneath that cut file, like they're just sort of resting in there. And I'm going to use the bottom strip from that Amy Tan paper, which has the black and white heart pattern on it, just as kind of like a finished edge on the bottom of my pink strip of paper. I realize now that I had the camera positioned so I was kind of cutting off the lower half of my page the whole time, which I'm sorry about that. Luckily in this layout most of the action is happening up at the top, so it's not so bad, but yeah, I have to work on my video technical abilities. Eventually I'll get there. Practice makes perfect. The point is, I am doing these videos, which was a big step for me because I am a really introverted person, and it was really hard for me to get started doing YouTube videos. And now that I have done a couple of them, I find that I actually really like it. So hopefully I'll be able to do more of them in the future. Okay, that round journaling spot from the Amy Tan Shine On Ephemera, and I'm just writing a little blurb about my weekend. And this layout is almost finished now. I'm just going to be adding a couple pieces of ephemera, some of the puffy heart stickers, which I kind of use like you would use sequins or enamel dots, just to kind of add a little pop of color to the bottom lower corner where I've got my black paint splatters. And that is my layout. I hope you enjoyed this process and that it inspired you to get started with your November Quick Kit Seneca Falls. Have a great day, everybody.